Sierra did that nigga dirty. Let's just be real.
No clearance.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a special episode of the No Clearance Podcast. I am your host, Tyler, aka the Old Man, and I'm here with my man Jay, Mr. Never Pass the Basketball. Okay, Jay, how you doing, my brother?
Never passed the basketball.
You have never passed the basketball in your
It's because you never passed
life.
the basketball. How am I supposed to pass the ball if you
Jay,
don't pass it to me?
I never
I
forget.
never had the ball. How am I supposed to pass?
I will,
Am I supposed to pass the
I
air?
will never forget. Nigga, the other team went in a 2-3 zone. I said, they in zone. We got to swing the ball. I passed it to you, and your ass just took the three. I said, I can't believe this nigga.
First of all, y'all never passed me the ball. So when I got the ball, I needed to get the opportunity to score. I needed to get mine at the end of the day.
Couldn't believe
I had to
this
get
nigga,
mine.
man.
I had to.
We are blessed and highly favored to have an amazing guest with us today. He is a No Clearance alumni. He is a brother that said music was coming, and it is here. A man of his word. Okay, we got CJ back in the building here with a special project. You know what I'm saying? The Purple Tapes is out on streaming platforms, Apple Music specifically. You know what I'm saying? CJ, how you doing, my brother?
Hey, man, you know, every day's a good day. Every day's a good day.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's been better since this EP dropped.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
appreciate that, man.
Smooth.
Look, bro, I ain't gonna lie. You surprised me. Not in the sense of like I didn't think it was gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
But when the first song you sent me, you know, you was rapping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then I know I heard you singing in Spring Cleaning,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't think this was going to be just a whole. Would you consider this an R&B project, or what would you put this under?
It's one of those crosses for real. It's certainly as a whole closer to R&B than it is the rap, but because right now genres don't even really exist right now, and so in the hip hop world right now, really. But it's somewhere in between there.
I feel most definitely. We spoke on this podcast and we said we felt like it was like a Bryson Tiller Party Next Door type vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your pen game, very impressive, sir.
Appreciate it.
What made you want to start incorporating singing into your music?
It's funny. I actually, that's usually the first thing I do really when I hear a beat. I start singing before I start rapping. It's really not unless we've decided that we're going to focus on rapping that I really start. But my first thing is always a melodic thing that pops into my head always.
Okay.
No, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. What was the inspiration for this tape, bro? I mean, there's a clear theme for this project. You know what I'm saying? Women are clearly your muse. You know, what inspired you to even put this together? Put a solid 6 songs
Really,
together?
for us, because we wanted to do, because we have an idea that we wanted to do, like in terms of, I guess the feeling of it. Because I know that we want to do like a red tape as well, which is going to be more like a harder type of thing. The color purple is like a softer color, you know, sort of on the darker end. And that's kind of where the music is at as well. Because ideally, you know, long term is that when people listen to this, like the mood is like a purple mood, like in terms of kind of what you're going through and whatever you're feeling. Because obviously, you know, we can't tell you what to feel or how to feel, but we can try to help you feel it. Really is what the goal is. So that, you know, kind of keeping the clear theme of that, you know, keeping a certain mood. Obviously, nothing's too crazy up tempo, nothing crazy too low, but right there in the middle of it all is kind of where we wanted to be at for it.
Was that difficult to continue to find music to stay in that mood of feeling like the purple color, like because the whole tape feels like the color purple?
Well, the thing about it
was
is
it difficult to capture that?
And something I guess that, you know, when you're doing music, and something I didn't realize, that a lot of these songs have been written for over a year, really. So it wasn't that hard to put together a compilation, because we have a bunch of songs recorded. So it was a matter of, because some of them were specifically for this, while others were, this is something that fits here. So really, over the course of a year, we decided on 6 songs that kind of fit there. So it made it a little bit easier. We're obviously trying to, and obviously Malcolm makes all the beats. Malcolm got 1,000 beats on his thing. So, we find whatever is trying to fit whatever mood that we're going for, and that's what we jump
Mm.
Okay. Who was your artist wise? Who would you say is your inspiration when you're working on this music? If you do reference any
on.
artists.
Well, yeah, I mean, you
anything
kind of
like
hit it on the head with the Bryson Tiller Party Next Door. Drake is one of my favorite artists as well. So usually, typically what I've noticed, that whoever you like as an artist is typically how you're gonna, even if it's subconsciously, where you're gonna kind of make music, like somewhere in that ballpark, really.
that. How hard was it to express the light skin side of you?
Oh my
I know it's hard for you, dog, for the dark skinned niggas to, get soft a little
when I
bit. So
when I think
I'm
about
just
it, because
curious.
obviously, because I'm really only talking about my experiences. So I realize my experiences are light skin experiences, and obviously you can talk about. There's a million different ways to talk about it, but for this being the focus, that was that to me was the best way to talk about it in this case.
I respect it. I respect
Will you say that you're trying to
Absolutely
break the
not.
mold
We're gonna
that
keep
light
that where
skinned
it's at.
niggas are the only soft niggas?
Oh snap. He said, "No, sir, it's not today." Hey, man. Let me just start with slow down, man. First of all, the anti line.
Oh, Lord.
I rock with it. Oh Lord, my mother-in-law calling me. I'm decline that. Shout out to my mother-in-law, man. Hope you tuned in. Anyway, I should have. Oh, let me put this thing on silent. I'll worry about it later. I'll worry about it later. Okay. The anti-line. Very impressive. I'll let y'all listen to it. Okay. But let's just get into it, man. Why do women be so busy? That's really what I got from this song.
Because really, in this case, because I know that the way really women are usually busy for 2 reasons. Either one, because they are busy, or 2, because they don't like you. It's really one of those 2 things. And in this song, what I was really trying to capture is that, how do I put it? Because a lot of people get, especially when they get caught up in the grind of it all, really. And when that happens, just like really a lot of people, is that you tend to disconnect, really, from everything that's going on outside. So it was me kind of expressing, like, I understand where you're at, and I get it, and I appreciate the hustle. But what I'm saying, it ain't always gotta be like that. Just just slow down. You know what I'm saying? And then also with that line, it was also like a Rihanna reference as well, which is one of my. And when it's funny, because when I was writing it, that could have went really a bunch of different ways. I didn't know that Work with her and Drake was on that album before I wrote the line. So I had originally wrote. So I wrote "You've Been Anti," and I was like, and I was just gonna keep going. But I was like, okay, Rihanna
That's
got
crazy.
an anti album. Let me go figure out somehow I can reference it. And it just Work just happened to be on there. I was like, this it's just perfect. It works. It was actually perfect in that case. So I was like, let's run with it and see where it goes after that. But if that song wasn't on there, it would have been something else from there, just to reference it.
Yeah. Imagine he said, "You've been anti, kiss it better."
We would have made something.
Like, I don't know about that.
Something more. I would have had to go back and listen to it or something to figure out how I could have incorporated. Facts.
Boy, that'd have been tough, boy. Even that time, you needed me. Man. All right, I'm sorry. I love that. I love that album. Yo, Rihanna. You know what? I ain't gonna stress.
She about to have a baby, bro.
I ain't gonna stress
just
it.
focus. Let her focus on the baby.
Yeah, she did. But you know what? Anti
she got a lot of stress going on. A$AP Rocky just got arrested for some murder charges.
You know what? I didn't even know this, bro. This is crazy. This nigga just got out of jail. This nigga was overseas. I can't with this nigga, man.
Great album.
Anti is an all-time classic. If she didn't make another album, we have Anti, like forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that. You know, CJ, as a nigga from Maryland, back in the city.
So yeah. So I'm from
what
Salisbury.
cities are you referring to?
Well, I grew up most of my life in Salisbury. Born in Tacoma Park. Lived out there for like 2 years, but spent most of my life in the Hebron, which nobody knows about. Salisbury, which a little more people know about, is where I spent most of my life at. Yeah.
I did not know you was born in Tacoma.
My mama PG, baby.
Nah, that's what's up. Right there.
I didn't know you was born in Tacoma neither.
Went to Crossland, 87. It's not.
Yeah, I know. Bruh, your mama low-key gangster. She went to Crossland. Bruh. She went to Crossland.
She went to Crossland?
Apparently Crossland at that time was like brand new though.
Not safe.
So it was like at that time it was nice. But now it's some hood nigga shit.
It's a hood
yeah.
school.
Facts. Facts, man. I gotta ask though, just throwing out a top 5 here, you know, for the state. What's your top, you know, just 1, 3. Maybe 5 if you can. Top 5 places to go in Maryland. What's your top 5 places to go in the DMV?
You know, I'm gonna say Ocean City, not because it's great, but because it's the only tourist attraction we have where I live at or where I'm from. So I gotta throw that out there. Really, there's some I'll say third. There's some spots out in Baltimore that I'd like to go back to. Damn, it's been years too. Give me a second. Damn, where was I at? I cannot remember. But I mean, I've been, it's been a while. But
you was frequent.
I've spent some time out.
You was out there, people, bro.
We have a lot. It's a lot of nice places. Obviously, PG, richest, one of the richest counties in the world. There's plenty to do out there. Plenty of trouble get in.
Plenty. I respect it, man. You know, I respect that. Just had to ask. Okay, so no games, bro. So I'm just curious, man. Like, is CJ ready to like settle down?
Oh yeah.
Is it about that time in his life?
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, what did you say?
I have my moments, where
you talking about your grandparents,
run across my mind, because I'm 26 now. You feel me? And when I think about these things, my parents were married with children for a little bit at this point. You know what I'm saying? And then obviously with my brothers and cousins and everybody getting married, I start to realize like, we're not that far off in age. Maybe it might be time for me to, but it's also one of those things where, because my mom has asked me about this and had the whole kids thing. And I'm just like, really doing it right is more important than just doing it. So, it's I'm still being patient, but, I wouldn't be opposed, you know what I'm saying, to something like that.
That's fact.
Yeah.
Look, brother, you got time. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Oh my God. You ain't even married that long.
You got time. Hey, what do you mean by first of all, just letting you know, niggas do listen to this. I have had this on repeat.
Oh yeah,
What
yeah,
do you
yeah, yeah.
mean
Promise
by
that you'll tell me when you fall.
promise that you'll
So really,
call
especially
me when you
in this age
fall? Is
where
that how it go?
everybody's very apprehensive about sharing
Tell me when you
feelings.
fall. What do you mean by this?
When you're in those relations, everybody's scared to be the first one to tell you I love you first, out of fear of the other one really not feeling in the same way really. Basically I typically, well, in that situation,
Fall in love.
obviously if I'm there and I'm with you, I'd like you to let me know when you're feeling that type of way really. You know what I'm saying? You have to promise me that you're going to let me know that, because once you've shared your feelings with me, I get to act accordingly. If I don't know, I don't get to act accordingly. Now, single CJ don't want to hear that, because it's not it's not it's not a conversation that you want to have. Like in any situation, if you've ever been in a situation where somebody has expressed their feelings in a certain way to you, and you like, that's cool and all, but I don't feel the same way. It's one of the most uncomfortable conversations to ever have to have, right? So a part of me never wants to have that conversation, but the other part, when I'm there and I'm ready and we're willing and we're in it, you gotta let me know, because I'm not here to play any games with you. So you know what I'm saying. Let's really see what's up with it. Exactly.
Okay, so once you let them know that you
Because
serious,
of the
then it's like
conversation that we're gonna have
whenever
to have
you
after.
ready, you tell
Because if I
me,
don't feel the same way
and
about
I'm
you,
all in.
that's not a comfortable
Question
conversation.
though.
And what it
So
does,
why when
you
you're
don't
not
really
when you don't
recover
feel serious, why
from
don't you want to hear that?
from hey, I love you, I don't feel the same way. It's not the same after that. Nothing's the same after that. And so that's really what the problem is. It's now, I'm not gonna say ruined, but now in the back of her head the whole time is that I feel stronger about him than he does about me. Anytime you feel you're in a place where the feeling isn't reciprocated, you're gonna slowly not want to be there anymore. So that's why I don't want to hear, because I'm like, I'm cool with you, I ain't got no problems with you, but I'm just not there yet.
Yeah.
Man, if I had $1,
Yeah. Okay.
You sound like you've been busy down there in Florida,
Right.
my brother.
Damn.
Hey, different times is some cold stuff, bro. It's some real nigga stuff. Like, this was probably the most toxic. And I loved every second of it. Oh, no.
Where'd he go? Where'd he
Go
go?
back.
He disappeared.
Oh,
He go.
okay. Are we recording?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're recorded.
Hey, CJ's gonna come back in a second. Okay. While he's off. Jay. Oh, this episode is brought to you by NoClearancePod.com. Please go to NoClearancePod.com/shop and get you some merch. Okay, we got the t-shirts, we got the hoodies, we got the sweatshirts, and coming soon, we got the dad hats currently shown by Jay. We got the new no clearance logo. Well, an additional no clearance logo on the hat. We got some other stuff coming. We got some new shirts coming soon as well. So be on the lookout, please. Okay. Also, we got a couple other links. we got a couple other links in the description. Y'all check those out. Shout out to Riverside FM. If you need a podcast, check out Riverside to record and upload all your stuff. And then shout out to Novo Bank. That's our business bank. If you need a business account, y'all use our link and get you a business account. That's all I gotta say. All right, Jay, how you been, my brother?
I've been good, man. I've been good. I'm just dying because he disappeared.
Yeah. Hopefully he come back.
Mid-sentence.
I had like 2 more questions about the project.
Yeah.
We'll get to it though.
His project is amazing though,
Yeah.
man. I was giving it
Yeah.
another listen. I really love that song. Catch a Moment.
Catch a moment.
That
Okay.
shit's just so good. That's just such a good song. You notice how we ain't talked about it. That's a starred one too. We ain't
Yeah.
talk about because we know it's big. We know
Different
it's good.
Times for me was my favorite.
I like Catch a Moment, man. That was smooth, man. That one was real smooth.
That man said, I said I love you and I meant it at the time.
Oh, he back.
Okay. The show must go on.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what that was. It said I need to update the app. We good. We
Okay.
good now.
Different Times. I was just talking about this.
Yes.
Tell me about this, bro. What happened? Shorty, like you was like, these are different times. I know I said I loved you before, but this ain't it right now. Like, I was like, damn. That's cold.
It was, yeah. I mean, it's a cold world out here, man. Basically, what that was from was that, because what happens a lot of times is that when you tell somebody you feel a certain way about them, they, depending on the person that is, they like to hang that over your head. Whereas, like, especially when they want you to act a certain way or do a certain thing, like, well, you told me that you felt this way, so therefore you should be okay with doing this. So I was saying, these are different times where showing love will get you crucified, and the truth is not, because now when I tell you I feel this way about you, now everything I say to you wanted to be nice and cute. Well, that's not what we're on. You know what I'm saying? Because I still reserve a right to be real with you, regardless of that fact. You know what I'm saying? They tell you that it's soft to feel. Who's all these new niggas? You know what I'm saying? And women that also try to clown you for having those same sort of feelings. So it's just like, it's a different day to where you got to be very careful in terms of expressing yourself in that manner.
Wow. Nah, that's tough. That's tough to hear.
Yeah, it's real. It could be hurtful.
Yeah.
But yo, you should be able to, tell somebody like, look, I got these feelings for you. And then the next day, if they on some mess, be like, hey, you messing up. Like,
absolutely. I think that I think it's all about the relationship. I feel like if you're able to accept the good things from me, then when I come to you and it's something that you don't like, you should be able to accept that as well. Because it can't always be all good. I feel like, depending on who the person is, like I said, it's all dependent on the relationship. I've reserved the right to be positive with you, and you reserve the right to take positivity from me. So now when I need to make sure that you in line, and I need to tell you what's real and what's not, because I'm gonna always say it in a respectful manner. I'm always talking. I'm never going to disrespect nobody, but sometimes if you need to hear something and I need to be the one to tell you, that's just what it is. So don't get mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna get mad at you for telling me, for being real with me. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So I'm all about being fair, right? If I can accept it from you, I feel like I should be able to give it to you. If you can, you know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with it.
You a cold nigga, bro. You a cold nigga. What's it gonna take? What's it gonna take from a woman to be like, yeah, I can deal with CJ? Like, what would she need in the I can be with CJ starter kit?
Well, so here's the funny thing about it. From what I've gathered in my research, most women can be with me. It's really me that's got to make a decision to be with them. Really, okay. Looking back on it, really, nobody's ever really had an issue really with me. Obviously, besides certain things, but if I had decided that I wanted to be there 100%, then everything would have been fine.
I feel you. I definitely feel you on that one. No doubt about it. I totally understand where you're coming from, brother.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of brothers is like, a lot of women like she could be the one, she could be the one, she could have been the one. It's just who are you committed to? Like who are you going to
Exactly.
literally give your all in this relationship to? I totally understand that.
And because for me really, as I especially since I moved out before and had a chance to really journey out here by myself, I've realized that in order for me to be able to really settle down, there's certain habits that I need to get myself out of. There's certain mindsets I need to get myself out of, and that's what really is going to be dependent on it, because until I decided to start working on those things, it really doesn't matter who's there. It has, and that's when when you do the whole "it's not you, it's me" thing. I really mean it, because it legitimately, until I make a decision that I want to actually do this or I want to get certain things together, then it's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you could be great, and I've encountered some great. Niggas be like, "Oh, there ain't no good women." I've encountered plenty of great women who do all the things that niggas talk about women never do. And I'm like, maybe you're just not that guy, because for me, for me to have consistently gotten those things that niggas talk about women don't do, I'm like, they might not be the problem. Because it's either I'm running into only good women or you're running into only bad women. But either way, that's a position we both put ourselves into.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's kind of really where it is. Like I said, there's certain habits and stuff that I need to break before I can really put myself in a position, obviously out of respect for that other person.
We ain't gotta get too deep, but what would you say is what's a habit you working on breaking right now?
So really, the first thing that I had to get out of that is the whole, I guess the one girl at a time thing. And where, because it's not like I was involving myself with more than one girl at a time at a point where it would be considered wrong. It would typically be like I meet a girl, we start to, whatever, get involved or whatever. But then early, I meet another girl where it's like, I'm single. This is still a new thing. So I don't have to say no to this. So I didn't. So, and that would really where the problems would come in, because now both of these things are now going on for a long time. So now I'm involving myself with two different. So the first thing was that the whole consciously choosing one girl at a time and deciding this is what I'm going to do until I no longer want to do it, and then I'm going to find something else to do. That was the first thing. The second thing is what I realized. I come to a realization is that you have to be anti-infidelity and not infidelity indifferent. And really,
Hold the hell up.
Whoa.
Hold the hell up.
Explain this. What does this mean?
Anti-infidelity and not infidelity indifferent. My brother,
break that down.
I need some translation.
So basically what I mean by that is like, there's oftentimes where, because like when people get caught cheating and things like that, you always ask them like, what were you thinking? Like, well, I wasn't even really, it wasn't my intention to do this. Is certain things that you just end up falling into. So when you're infidelity indifferent, you're not looking for the signs of things to automatically stay. When you're anti something, you do everything you can to stay away from it. You're looking to make sure that you're nowhere around. Like, I can't swim. I'm anti-death. I'm not going to go and jump into 12 feet water, right? I'm going to do everything I can to stay away from that. But when you're indifferent, you know what I'm saying? You might meet somebody who's just, they're just cool. You guys are cool. Oh, we should hang out sometime. Cool, you hang out. You're not thinking nothing of it. But then some point you end up in a compromising position to where you end up not saying no. You're like, I don't even know how I got here, because I've been indifferent to this idea. Because when I'm anti, I'm cutting. Because
that just sounds like having female friends.
No,
that's what it sounds like.
That's not. Because
it sounds like
that's not
having female friends.
No, that's saying I'm not going to put me and my female friend in a position where something could possibly go down. That don't mean I
But
can't
how
have
do
a
you get
female
into a
friend.
position with a female friend
Because
like that?
you can be cordial with a girl without considering her a friend. You know what I'm saying? You can like y'all can just be cool. Like I meet a lot of cool girls, but I know that for whatever reason, let's say theoretically, because really for things to happen, an opportunity has to present itself to happen. So if I'm putting myself in a position to allow that opportunity to present itself, then now I'm putting myself in a position to have to say no to that in the moment rather than saying, because if I say no to it here, I don't have to end up there. But when you're there in the heat of that moment, saying no becomes that much harder. The Bible says it too, where it says to run away from temptation. That's what
Like
it says.
Joseph. Run like Joseph, boy.
Exactly.
They don't know.
It doesn't say wait until you get there and decide to make a decision to get away from. It says run away.
Joseph was the first black man to not cheat.
There
Okay.
we go. There we go.
That lady tried to get that boy caught up and he was out. Okay. Look, give me some balls for that black man don't cheat advice. That's all I'm talking about. We anti-infidelity.
Anti-infidelity. Not infidelity, indifferent.
Not infidelity. Oh, no, those were beautiful words, my brother. My goodness. Continue to strive and break that down.
I had to clarify because it could have been good thing you specified because it could have been misconstrued as you just saying that you can't be friends with women.
No, you absolutely.
That's how it was coming out. That's how it was coming out. I had to help you out, man.
It's important to have females
because everyone does have like those acquaintances that they know that are female, and nobody ever thinks about, especially when you're in a relationship. No, you don't think about them in that way at all. But why put yourself in a compromising situation just in case they start feeling something?
Exactly.
Or
if you got one too many drinks, like, you know what? You need to fall back.
And also you know how, because you know how attracted you are. Because obviously, if you have female friends, usually you're going to be friends with people that you find at least semi-attractive of the opposite sex. There's very few people who have female friends that are like, you ugly, but I rock with you. And, you know what I'm saying? We're all gonna have friends that are at least somewhere. It's like I find, but obviously finding them attractive and being attracted to them are two different things. So you know when you're attracted to somebody that you homies with, and so you have to be able to make that differential. You know, the differential in your head, like. I know that this is a bad decision for me. Like, we cool and everything, but I know given the opportunity, absolutely. I absolutely. So you need to consciously
you need to run away.
Exactly.
You need to get out of there.
You can be cool, but cool from afar.
Yeah. And honestly, that's one of the smartest decisions a black man could ever make, because like I said, you need women in your corner. And it's very important to, in your mind, create, make that line and never cross it, because these women could be very, not saying you are friends with them to use them in the future, but they can be very much helpful to you in life, and you would never want to do anything to burn that bridge.
And the thing is, though, because we also, because I was like you said, you're not friends with people to use them, but also as a dog, your friendship should be mutually beneficial in some way, shape, or form, right? Whether, even if it's not just on a business or monetary, at least they got to be funny. You know what I'm saying? Something.
You bring some type of entertainment.
Sort of benefit, right?
Yeah.
So we should be, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you're right. You need, I think it's very important to have friends of the opposite. And if you can't be friends with somebody of the opposite sex, then you have a problem.
Yeah.
Literally.
Speaking of niggas that may not be able to be friends with the opposite sex, Future was named by GQ as the greatest rapper alive.
What the fuck does GQ know about music?
So
let me explain to you, sir.
What they know about hip hop specifically? What they know about rappers?
The writer of the article was hip hop journalist Elliott Wilson.
Okay.
If we know, Elliott Wilson's background, he does the Crown. He had the Crown series. He's also he has the podcast Rap Radar podcast on Tidal. Been writing for hip hop journals pretty much since 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like, he been around. So there you go for the qualification. That's
All
number
right,
one.
all right. I'm just saying.
So
I thought it
now-
was like a GQ thing. I didn't know Elliot Wilson wrote the article. I just thought it was like GQ's best rapper alive.
Did you read the article?
No, I didn't read
I
the
sent you
article.
the link.
I know you sent me the link. I didn't want to read the article.
You say how you do me, CJ?
No,
Try to have
I'm
an
just talking about
educated
like how it comes out.
discussion on this. He would have
I
known
was just
Elliot
like,
Wilson
what
wrote
do
it.
you know about-
If the nigga hit the
my
link.
My question is why Elliot Wilson writing this article for the white man? That's my question. Why he writing this for the white man? That's all I ask. What does GQ know about rappers?
It's
That's
called
all
a
I know.
check.
I mean, it is a check, but still.
Plus, Future was the they had him decked down. Is that the word? He was in some good clothes.
Wait,
The pictures and
Elliot
stuff.
Wilson say he was the greatest rapper alive, or was it GQ named him the greatest rapper alive, then asked Elliot Wilson to write something up?
I believe Elliot Wilson has created this decision. He came up with this, but he has a decent explanation.
Okay, I'd love to hear that. Actually,
Yeah, I want to hear
Decent
the
explanation. So let's think about this. At this point in rap, Jay-Z is a businessman, right? He's kind of not really in the rap game. Okay, we can all agree to that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar hasn't dropped an album in 5 years. So is he really in this conversation if you ain't dropped no music since 2017?
Okay.
Okay. Now, yes.
About right now.
Now, yes, we got Drake. That's fair, but who is Drake inspired by? Future. Who is almost every major artist that is out right now inspired by? Future. Future has currently been on feature runs. And he's been doing some pretty daggone good feature runs, if I say so myself. Okay, with the album coming out, this man has 8 albums and about 16 mixtapes. What other artist has that much of a catalog that is out right now besides Gucci Mane?
That don't mean it's all good.
Have you listened to all of them?
No, I'm just saying.
You can say what you want, but I'm pretty sure. The man been putting out fire since he came out, my brother. Okay. Tony Montana at the same damn time.
Right. So I think we're not gonna argue Future don't have hits. Right.
Yeah.
We're not gonna argue that. But
what
as
makes
the
him
greatest
the greatest rapper?
right? Because we gotta really think
alive.
As the greatest rapper alive, we gotta think about what that entails. Right.
Yes.
And as a Future, I think to say that he's better, like, sure, we can say Drake's has some things that are inspired by Future, sure. But then you have a guy like J. Cole, right? Now, I understand what Future has done is influential, and I would say that between him and Young Thug, all the up-and-coming artists have been heavily influenced by those two's sound. And that, I think that's blatantly clear. However, can you be the greatest rapper alive if what you do is easily mimicked? Because to be the greatest, you got to be able to do things other people cannot do.
Who says what Future does is easily mimicked? People are inspired. I believe
because everybody does it.
I believe people are very inspired by Future, but I personally do not think people can easily mimic what Future has done. Nobody, and I mean nobody, can rap. Nobody can talk about this toxic nigga shit the way Future talks about this toxic nigga shit.
That doesn't make him the greatest rapper alive.
I'm just trying to tell you. And then you brought up Cole. I respect it. But look, man, Future got way more fans than Cole.
Okay. All right.
White people, bro, there's way more white people. I put it on everything listen to Future than they do to Cole. There's way more women.
People.
There's way more women that listen to Future than they do J. Cole. You can't tell me that.
Fair. But right, and I understand.
Oh,
exactly.
my bad. I got one more thing from the article. I'm just spitting out my facts. Kanye West himself. Now, mind you, he is in a little mentally altered state. But Kanye West himself said Future is the most inspirational artist of our time. He even brought him on for Donda 2. Now, I don't know if Donda 2 was good or not. But Kanye did use him. That Kanye brought Future in. And Future has written for Kanye on multiple occasions without even asking for credit. We don't even know how many niggas he's written for because he don't even be tripping on the credit like that.
So are we substituting influence with influence and inspiration with being great at the skill of rapping? Because those are, to me, those are two different things.
He taking all the questions out my mouth. Bro.
You know, now in this age of rap, now I will say this: we've been having this discussion of whether Doja Cat is a rapper or not. So I have to be very careful with my words because I have to be very careful with my words because I know this could come back on me on the Doja Cat conversation. But while Future ain't spitting hot fire like coal, I believe the quality of Future's words is still there. You know what I'm saying? Like the nigga still be saying some shit. Let's come on now.
But everybody be saying shit.
Look,
first of all, here's the thing. This is what I'm not gonna do. Okay. I know Jay couldn't give me one lyric of anybody. So what I'm not gonna do is take this disrespect.
That doesn't mean I don't recognize good lyrics just because I can't remember.
But I will listen to what CJ got to say.
Just because I can't remember them doesn't mean I can't recognize them.
So,
but okay, go ahead, CJ. Go ahead, bro.
So it's funny because me and my boy, me and Chief was talking about this really when this happened because I let him know because I saw it the headline first.
Shout out, Chief. Heard you on that feature.
Shout out, my guy. What he said was, and he made a good point. He said, in order to be considered one of the greatest, the greatest alive, you should have to have at least one damn near perfect album. He said to him, Hendrix was damn near of a perfect album. So with that being said, he's saying that it's arguable. And I'm like, I think that's fair. That is arguable. Now, would I argue for it? Different question. But I can understand what he's saying in terms of it's an arguable thing because he had and like you said, he has been consistent. Future has had hits. Future has hits. He will continue to have hits. However, obviously, with us as music fans and rap intellectuals, we know that when we get down to the nitty gritty of it in terms of the skill of rapping, he's not out rapping a lot of these niggas. But I guess that being the greatest and most dynamic is a little bit. It's like almost like a star power thing, right? Because it's like if we talk about let's say we talk about the NBA, you got a guy who at any point, like Jamal Crawford getting a game, he can go for 40 at any point. You know what I'm saying? But then you'll have a guy who's consistently putting up. Then you have like a Jimmy Butler, who is going to get you consistent numbers. Not really going to do a lot of huge things, but he's going to always consistently be as good as he is. Future's kind of like that guy who comes in, who can go and get you 40. He may not always, but when he does, you know what I'm saying, everybody's going to appreciate what it is.
Let's think about this, man. There was a time period, okay. Beast Mode was out. We got to throw away that Honest album. That was kind of trash. I'll say that. Move That Dope was like the only song on there. But after that album, Monster, okay, he dropped a whole slew of mixtape. I think March Madness came out. March Madness was one of the biggest songs for a long time.
Very true.
Okay. On top of that, Dirty Sprite 2 is damn near a perfect album.
Great album.
That is damn near perfect. After he does Dirty Sprite 2, from what I can recall, the album with Drake.
That was a mixtape.
We can't forget about.
What a time to be alive.
What
right?
a time to be. Thank you, because I forgot. I just had to say
I
it.
got
It
you.
originally was a mixtape, but it's an album. Let's just be real. It's an album.
They made that in a week.
Made in a week?
Yeah.
Nonetheless, and what a time to be alive. I mean, can you name me another album in regards to just a better duo since then?
No, but niggas not collabing like that. No,
that's not my problem.
Actually, that's not true.
You're right. It's not your problem. But
what's a better collab? What's a better collab album?
They has a
you
good
mean
one.
Period?
Yeah. I haven't heard one where two niggas just got together and made some good shit.
Oh, I haven't.
You mean since then or
since then? Since then.
Oh, Watch the Throne.
Okay, so since then, yeah, like I said, niggas have not been collabing on tapes like we want them to. Not niggas that we want to see together.
Yeah.
Future and Drake coming in, we was like, yeah, that's gonna be it.
By the way, you guys brought up Watch the Throne. Now, which one? Now, let me be real with it, nigga. If you was on an island and had to pick between Watch the Throne and What a Time to Be Alive, which one is you taking?
I mean, obviously, you have to pick What a Time to Be Alive just because it makes you happy, but geez.
So, what is you
make it
saying?
better. It just means it's a different sounding album.
It's a more fun album to listen to, but once again, we know that does not make it better. We know that, but I get what you're saying. Yeah. I understand what you're saying.
In a situation like that, who wants to think about shit? They just want to have a good time till they die.
I'm just saying, bro. Look, bro. Look. We gotta admit this man has been consistently creating good music. Hendrix, like you said, that double album in general, you know what I'm saying? Nobody saw that coming.
Yeah, Mask Off came off that double album.
Finally, let me just say in the article, Elliot Wilson asked him something about his concerns with people saying he's toxic. Mm-hmm. This is what Future says. He says people have their own definitions of what toxic is. These women all were toxic to me. They just don't want to admit it. And you know what? When I look back on it, Sierra did that nigga dirty. Let's just be real.
Oh my God.
Can we be real for a moment?
We ain't doing this.
And the more I read this article, because Khadijah not here today, so I'm talking about shit. Yeah, Khadijah, you not here today. So look,
you ain't saying.
Let's think about this. Let's think about this. Okay, 2013, right? That's when the song "Body Party" came out. Now, before "Body Party," what was Sierra doing? Nothing. 1-2 stepping, still living off the daggone stuff we listened to back in middle school. You know what I'm saying? This nigga Future said, I'm gonna write you a song and get you hot again. And after all that, she gonna say, I can't get with you, Future. I know we got the baby, but we can't do this. He made her rich again. He got her hot, and she gonna leave the nigga.
The nigga had a baby. The nigga had a baby out of while she was pregnant.
This what I don't understand.
Had a baby out of while she was pregnant. What's his fiance?
Yeah. The nigga was infidelity indifferent. He was
infidelity inclined. It was very different.
What did that have to do with anything?
I'm just saying.
Look, so although I can agree, right, that there are certainly two sides to every single one of these stories.
That's a big fact.
So we can't sit here and say he's been all bad to girls who have been all good to him. We can't definitively say that. Sure. So if he says they were toxic to me, sure, But obviously that comes with the problem of being the guy that's in the public eye. We only know your side of things. So with that being said, they're gonna address you as the problem. And that's how that's gonna go, as being somebody who's been addressed as words, I'm like, it's because I only tell the story about the things that I did. If I sat there and told you about everything else, then you might be on my side.
I feel like that's the thing. That's the thing about the music, right? A lot of us brothers, man, we are very much willing to let people know what we did wrong. And we gonna look bad. It's gonna look bad, but it's like, at least y'all know what I did. And a lot of you, a lot of y'all, a lot of these women don't want to admit that they wrong. That'd be the part that is toughest to take as a man. It's like, I'm here telling you I ain't shit. Just ain't shit with me sometimes. That's it.
Simple request.
They do
simple request.
That's it. That's all a brother wants.
They do that. They don't accept responsibility for nothing. Nothing.
Absolutely
hurts my soul.
Even when you think they are, they don't.
Oh my goodness.
It's consistent.
Shout out to Future though. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. It's definitely gonna catch your eye. You know what I'm saying?
I could picture somebody saying that. So
who would you say CJ is the best rapper alive right now?
Okay, so it really depends. What do we mean by best rapper, right?
Whatever your definition.
Greatest rapper, right?
Yes, you're right.
Different than best rapper.
Who is the greatest rapper alive right now?
Here's the thing, right? Because there's this guy that just won Artist of the Decade.
Aubrey Graham.
So it's always going to be tough to argue against him in terms of something like that. But because when you take into everything in terms of, because greatest alive to me has to do with things like obviously the skill of it, but also the longevity. Like, how long have you been this good? Yeah. And have you gotten better since you started? Right. That to me is a sign of what greatness is. Right. Now, if we're talking about who's the best at the skill of rapping, we're talking about, similes and metaphors and wordplay and stuff like that. Although obviously, he hasn't dropped music in a while, nobody's really doing it like Kendrick. If we want to talk about who can we all relate to more, and you're great in that way, nobody relates to anybody more than they relate to Drake. It seems like just certain things you do on a daily basis. You're like, damn, he rapped about that, and now I'm doing it. It's crazy. It's just everyday things. If you're talking about the greatest in terms of just what real life is and what it takes you to, then you talk about a guy like, it really depends. It's so, for me, obviously my favorite rapper, but doesn't mean he's the greatest rapper, right, alive, is Drake. That's my favorite, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's the greatest. But when you factor all of these things in, who's been great for this long and who's still great now, and who obviously, and now as far as influence, like you were talking about, influence, like I said, then you got to throw the guys like Thugger and Future, to me, in that mix, because nobody's been more influential than those guys on what rap has turned into now. Nobody has. Because niggas not getting on mics and rapping like Drake. They sound more like Thug and Future than they will like Drake, Cole, or Kendrick. By far.
Sadly, but yeah. Sadly, yeah.
No, it makes sense.
Jay, who do you have as the greatest rapper alive?
Kendrick. Even though he ain't dropped, it's Kendrick.
The only rapper to win a Pulitzer Prize. I just don't know how you can top that.
He's been telling us for years he's the greatest rapper alive. People be forgetting that he's the king. Self-proclaimed, but people be forgetting. People forget every day. We'll see.
Day.
May 13th.
May 13th, we will see.
May 13th,
we will see.
We'll be reminded.
That's a really tough question, man.
It's such a tough question.
Because part of me, low key wants to say Nas. And because when we speak longevity, while everybody know him as this boring nigga, right? What he's done with Hit Boy these past 2-3 years has been just remarkable to me. As a legendary rapper, he was just like, I'm gonna come back and just like really spit some stuff, right? But he's already solidified, right? So I feel like in hip hop, the greatest rapper alive, I feel like alive kind of mean like in the game, like seasoned vets, you know what I'm saying? Not like legends. So with that being said, I'm gonna do some OC stuff right here. Greatest rapper alive is Big Crit. You can at me all you want. The king remembered in time is the greatest rapper alive. This nigga make his own beats. He represents for a state that nobody gives two shits about. Independent. And he's still on the come up. I got Big Crit right now. Wow. Nigga doing it, man. I'ma just look. That's me. And that's just me. Hey, look, the baby all you want. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with that decision.
You know,
it would have been Wale. It would have been Wale, but here's the thing. This nigga can't perform.
Oh, you see the concert?
Yes. And
it's bad.
And I've tried to like be okay with that. But he just complaining the whole time. Like, I don't care if the band don't sound good. I'm here to see you rap, bro. They're gonna get it together. Give me one of the go-go beats every now and then if we in DC. But just perform, fam.
Right.
And I've heard this about him numerous times from many different people.
Okay. I was about to ask you, I was like, was it just a bad day you went? But if you heard from multiple people, that's the truth.
Anyway.
That's the hardest part. People forget about that.
Kendrick Lamar, I very much look forward to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. I feel like it's gonna be different. I'm gonna tell you right now, after May 13th, my mind will definitely be changed. Ain't no doubt about it. I love Cole, but Cole has very
up and down.
Yeah, he's very up and down. If For Your Eyes Only was better, it wouldn't even be a question. For Your Eyes Only kind of like when you look at that
put you to sleep.
Yeah, if For Your Eyes Only was, it wouldn't be a question if For Your Eyes Only was better than what it was, man. I gotta give Drake the credit. He's still from Canada. Hey man, speaking of amazing rappers, man, Pusha T just dropped. What's the joint called? It's still dry.
It's still always dry. What? It's still dry.
Still
dry.
No,
I'm
something's
tripping,
dry. Something's dry at the end of the day.
Please forgive me, y'all. That's not the name of the freaking
something
album.
Dry.
That's not the name of the album, bro.
It's still dry.
It's not.
I don't think that's it.
It's almost dry.
It's almost dry. We was close. We was almost right.
It's almost dry.
We was almost right.
Before I give my take, I have a very elongated take on this.
I listened to the first song.
We'll go to CJ first. CJ, what you think of the album? If you listen to it, if you did, it's all good. But if you listen to it, what you think?
So I tried to listen to it on Apple Music. For some odd reason, it skipped like 5 or 6 of the songs. So basically, I had like listened to the first 2. It like skipped like to like the last to like the one in the middle with him, Kid Cudi, and Ye on it. And then it like skipped to the end. And I tried to like go back and press on the songs individually, and it would not play for me.
Sometimes that happens with certain albums. Like certain albums, like the songs aren't.
Did it do? It might have been it might have still been like, before the album dropped. It'll give you like the album with. Or was all the titles listed on there and everything?
Yeah, all the titles and stuff was there. Everything was there. It just was not allowing me to listen to it.
Sometimes that happens.
I don't know why. It happened the same thing because I tried to listen to T Grizzly's album when it came out. It did the same thing there. So I don't know what's up with my phone and new albums right now.
Well, look, brother, it just sounds like you need to come over the title. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna have that problem over on this side. You know what I'm saying?
I listened to the first four songs. He didn't say anything about coke for at least the first 3 songs.
You telling me you listened to those first 4 songs and believe he didn't say nothing about coke?
Nothing overt. Nothing
overt.
Nothing. If he did, it was a reference I did not know because I don't live that cocaine life. But he didn't say any cocaine, Snow White woman, nothing like that for at least 4 songs.
Okay,
so I was impressed.
You'll get it later in the album for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. I know it's coming. I just listened to. I heard something coke related, and I was all right. I need to give it a break.
All right.
It was good though.
This album has a lot of layers for me personally, right? Number one, while this is Pusha T album, this is a Pharrell and Kanye produced project. Which was cool about it is like they almost kind of switched off. You know, each song is almost like Pharrell, Kanye, or it'll be like 2 Pharrell, then we get a Kanye West joint in there, right? And it was beautiful to see almost the difference in their production styles. Like you could hear it all the way through. Like Dreaming of the Past, you clearly hear that sample. You know, Kanye loves to do the sample, speed it up. You know what I'm saying? Or Diet Coke had the same similar feel. That Neck and Wrist is different. That Neck and Wrist was different. And as much as we say Pusha T is, you know, drug dealer, you know, dope dealer rapper, man, look, man, y'all know I love me some luxury rap shit. Mm-hmm. And if you a broke ass nigga that don't know nothing, you won't get it. You won't understand his music. But my goodness. You gotta respect the rich nigga shit that goes on in this project. First one on the beach with $1 million auto. I mean, come on, my brother. Some of these lines is too fire. That nigga said, "You ain't flexing, you cramping." I just, and some shit might just fly over niggas' heads. But he said, "You ain't flexing, you cramping." That's the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life.
It's hilarious. That is hilarious.
Nigga said, "I rode the Cullen in on a dirty road." Nigga, why? Why? The Rolls Royce?
On
a dirty road?
You know how rich you gotta be to drive your intentional. Clearly he did it on purpose. Clearly he did it on
intentionally. It just don't make no sense.
Those are low sitting cars too. That'll fuck up everything. Bro. The whole undercarriage would be a mess.
It don't matter. Buy another one.
They don't care. What made me excited for that album was when he said, because you know I'm a huge comic book nerd. He said that he watched The Joker on repeat on mute.
Oh yeah,
and recorded every song while watching that movie, like with that aesthetic in the background.
You can hear that
movie
laugh.
Was just so good and was just like so gritty and dark. I was like, I gotta check this. I definitely gotta check this album.
Yeah, man. You can hear that laugh throughout the whole album.
Yeah,
every song.
That laugh. Yeah,
sound like a daggone hyena.
That nigga crazy.
Sick. That nigga crazy.
He really is though. But think about it. I'd be crazy too if I was set a drugs on my life and got away with that shit, and I could make music about it. Like what?
Free.
I'm in the clear. I'm a crazy nigga. In the back, I literally could do anything in the back of my mind if I was him, bro.
Facts.
Oh my goodness. It's hard. It's even hard to say what the best song was. My favorites is like "Dreaming of the Past," "Neck and Wrist," "Diet Coke," and the last joint only because Malice killed that last verse, bro. That was a big surprise. It was good to hear Malice because I always felt Malice was the better rapper between them two anyway. But it's always good to get a verse from Malice or no Malice, whatever you want to call him. But in this album, the nigga took off the no. He said, "I'm gonna talk my shit." You know what I'm saying? He even said "bitch," and he don't cuss. He cussed, bro.
Damn.
Y'all check it out, man.
I like rock and roll.
Yeah,
That
that
was my
one was
favorite song
produced
on
by
there.
both Kanye and Pharrell. Them niggas came together for that one. Yeah, but I appreciated this project, man. I think I'm gonna actually see Pusha T. Hopefully, I get to see him in June. Pharrell got a big festival coming to DC. He used to do it in Virginia Beach, but apparently there was something crazy went down in Virginia Beach. He was like, "Nah, we gonna move to DC." So I'm excited for it. He gonna have a couple go-go bands there too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Shout out, Pusha, man. It's almost dry. Y'all check that out if you got some class. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my rich niggas, man. We gonna get there one day.
Facts. That
We gonna get there one day. All right, now, Jay, do you want to do sports or do you want to do some ignorant shit?
Oh, I got a hot take. Yeah, let's do ignorant shit.
All right, what's your hot take, bro?
We might be able to listen to R. Kelly again based off this fact I just found out. So he doesn't, since he can't read, he signed away like his music. So he don't own none of that shit. He don't get no money off of it. So can we still listen to it? Or is the implication of the song still gross?
Yeah, do we want to
Can we still step in the name of love?
Either way, a white man getting the music, right? So it don't feel right with me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like bruh.
I'm conflicted because I'm like, all I want to do is step in the name of love.
That's it.
I like the Chocolate Factory.
That's the only song. Step in the name of love.
But then again, the name The Chocolate Factory in itself is disgusting.
I guess when it comes to him,
he be getting the little kids. Come on, man.
Oh, you right.
But nah, but can we? Is it the implication is just too gross?
the problem, and although
Thank you, CJ.
Although ownership has shifted, however, the content remains the same. The creator remains the same, which is really what the problem is, right? The problem wasn't that he's still getting paid off of it; is that he's done awful things, and it's still him.
It's like, see, Papa John's got rid of their owner and then improved their pizza. It's not like these niggas got rid of them and we still eating the same cardboard box. Okay, you feel me? But this is like it's a different odor, but it's the same product.
Same product.
Same product.
But does it make you feel like less like gross for listening to if you do listen to because he ain't?
No, because here's the thing. I'm pretty sure we all knew he signed away his music. I feel like that was a thing we knew, right?
Yeah, I feel like
I think we knew about this. It's just really hard because we ignored it for so long.
Yeah, as a community. Well, those were things they didn't care about at that time. Really, is really what the problem was.
But for real though, here's the thing, right? Step in the Name of Love. This was played at every wedding, every celebration, your mama cookout. This was a song that even your grandmother that went to church faithfully on Sunday would get up and dance too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Is the like I just want to step side to side, round and round, break it down, separate, bring it back. Let me see you do the love slide. You know what I'm saying? What about this? What if we got Giveon to remake the song? What if we got Giveon to remake it? We just sang the Giveon version.
I don't think that works, bro.
I think if anybody was going to have to remake something like that, it would have to be like Silk Sonic for people to be okay with it, right? For them to act, because to act like R. Kelly never did it, it has to be somebody, because although sure we like him, he's not. You know what I'm saying? It would have to be something that people love so much that they decide that they just like the song now and don't care about where it actually came from.
Yeah.
I believe I can fly.
Can't even watch Space Jam no more.
That's the thing.
That's the thing. It's just like, why can you believe you can fly, R. Kelly? Why? Why can you believe you can't fly?
Who can sing that song? Okay, can we get somebody else to sing the song and put it back on the old Space Jam?
They could do that. They could do that.
That's possible.
They could do that's possible.
The problem is niggas not singing like that no more.
Bruh, you ain't lying.
Niggas not singing.
You're right. They ain't singing like that.
That's a big issue with this problem.
Niggas ain't singing like that. They putting their foot in their music.
It's not. Well, I mean, it's not. It's R&B artists are more marketable than they ever have been. Before they looked like mechanics, but them niggas can sing, But now everybody's a lot prettier, and ain't nobody begging for women to come back no more. Really, they don't care about that.
I meant to ask you that, CJ. Seeing that your album is a good mix, R&B and rap. What do you think? I mean, I guess you just gave us your take, but the state of R&B, specifically male R&B, how do you feel about it? Where do you think it's going?
I feel like it's not going anywhere. I think that I watched the interview with Issa Rae, where she was like, R&B now is more sexual than it is heartfelt, So, and I think that being that obviously that's where it's rooted in, you want to hear it more on that side, because obviously, regardless of the fact, we feel that more than we feel. I think we can all agree on that. So it's like right now, and obviously, like I said, they also not singing the way. Like you got a couple of guys who can sing, but it's not like it was. It's the old school feel of what R&B was. And I get you got to modernize it, and I get all of that. But to me, it's not really doing what it's supposed to do on the romantic side of it, really. Because, it's more now about switching positions and, all that other stuff. And it don't, sure, you like it, you can relate to it, you play it in, on your playlist in the bed, whatever the case is. But these aren't songs you playing at weddings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No. You're not talking about you being toxic at a wedding. You know what I'm saying? Those are the songs that you're playing when you try and get through to somebody. So I'd like to see it, transit, but it sounds like an old head. We sound like old heads right now.
I think it's just how the culture shifted. The culture just shifted.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Sir. Mm-hmm. I really like Sir music. He does have some good love songs, and he also has the nigga shit where it's like, you not for me. You know what I'm saying? And once again, Giveon has given us some solid music.
Solid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've ran into this one dude. I gotta listen to a whole project, but this dude named Sebastian Michael. This man got this song called Time. Just know. You know what I'm saying? Late night with your lady. Slap that on. Change the game.
I heard that. I heard of him before.
Yeah, this song Time is just very addicting. You gotta just put this on repeat. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. But yeah, I mean, Miguel.
Yeah, he ain't been doing nothing lately though. He ain't been doing nothing.
Nothing crazy.
He been chilling. Yeah, he been chilling. Crazy.
Childish Gambino when he wants to.
Yeah, he dropped the album like a year or two ago.
Mm-hmm. Pretty recently.
Yeah.
Oh, he did. That's a fact. Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
I think it was just instrumentals.
CJ, any other R&B artists you on the male side you be listening to?
Well,
Division.
I know Division.
Yeah, my bad.
They're there because apparently they're a group. I just found that out like a couple months ago.
I don't know who the other nigga is. This
I
nigga
have
getting
no
money.
idea.
I think he just a producer.
Well, he getting money, bro. He ain't gotta do nothing. Come on, bro. He's still part of
Lucky Day is currently the guy of R&B right now, mainly because his songs are going viral on TikTok. So he's kind of the guy leading the R&B charge right now. But that,
and shout out last one, man. Shout out Ty Dolla $ign. The nigga just we can't forget about the legend. This man always come through in the clutch for every artist who just needs a who he at? Yeah. And that's it. And he get a whole
ad-lib king.
Put his whole name on the song, and all he did was who he at? So all that nigga did.
He came and did what was needed, went home. That's it. That's all you gotta do is what's needed.
And then he'll end it with, I'm a fucking sex symbol. I feel like every nigga need to say that. You know what I'm saying? Let it out, Jay. Go ahead.
I don't want to.
CJ, make it known.
Man, look, I'm a fucking sex symbol.
There you go.
Who we talking about?
What we talking about, man? Oh, man. What a time. Shout out to them fellas, man. And shout out to all the ladies. That's really, the ladies in R&B really killing it right now.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Ari, thank God for you. You know what I'm saying? Just a blessing to this world, Ari Lennox. SZA, of course.
Jasmine Sullivan.
Whoo! Shout out to her for winning the Grammy.
Winning the Grammy.
Yeah.
The Grammy.
Now, let me tell you what was crazy about that. This dude, Jon Batiste, was in the same category. Now, Jon Batiste won Album of the Year and like 5 other Grammys. But he lost R&B, best R&B album to Jasmine Sullivan. I found that very impressive.
That's because I listened to his album. It wasn't for me. It reminded me of Despicable Me Too.
Okay.
Remember when Pharrell did that album?
He did, yeah.
That's what it reminded me of.
Okay. But I gotta give shout out Jasmine Sullivan.
So freaking happy.
Shout out Summer Walker. Shout out to her.
Mm-hmm.
This girl, Money Long. I liked her last project for sure. So it's a lot more potential in the woman's lane. Now, can they all sing? No. But they making some good music.
Right. Yeah. And that's the difference.
That's what matters.
That's the difference. Music.
You forgot to mention Queen Naja. How you say her name?
Oh, Queen Naja. Yeah.
I said who I said. God dang it. Like, now I'm playing with you. I'm playing with you.
Hey, Lottie, y'all forgot.
I said who I said. Sid. Sid's in the lane of her own, man. I don't even know. Yeah, you're right though. Sid, she did just drop a project. Yeah.
I was gonna say, watch yourself.
You're right.
Watch yourself.
You're right. Sid low key a vet. She low key a vet in the game with that stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to these ladies, man. Okay. Let's move to sports real quick. Let's move to sports so I could be upset.
Okay.
How the Nets are a bluff. Always been a bluff. Been a bluff since I said there was a bluff. They can't win nothing. KD who? Kyrie what?
Hold on, wait.
Let me explain why.
My Celtics done did it.
First of all,
sweep.
I'm not letting you own these niggas. No.
My second favorite team.
Just be a Heat fan.
Like
you a Heat fan.
This is my second favorite team.
Yeah.
This nigga is a Heat fan.
Get this nigga out of
here. Get this nigga.
It's my second favorite team because I'm from Boston. Anybody who's not a fan of their own home team.
Right, but they're your second favorite.
You got
team.
it. Yeah,
So
my second because I like the Heat more.
Here's the thing. It's for me. It's good to see the Wizards winning, but I'm no Wizards fan. I'm a Sixers fan to the day I die. But it's when the Wizards winning, the city is different in the city. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm not giving you this
I'm a
number 2
Celtics
team.
fan.
You a Heat
I
fan.
only keep up with 2 teams. The
You a
Heat
Heat fan.
and the
Now I'll
Celtics.
say this: the
Only team I keep up with.
Boston went on a crazy run before the playoffs. We should have seen this coming. We should have seen this coming because Kyrie and KD barely played with each other this season, and then these niggas gonna step on the court.
Always an excuse.
These niggas gonna step on the court for the playoffs.
Not an excuse. Every year. Last year, they was all hurt. This year, they barely play together. I don't care.
I mean, we really got to think about this for a second, right? Because Chief is a Boston fan. He's from Boston is his team. That's it, right? And basically going into the series, now I didn't think they were going to get swept. I did not think that the Nets were going to win, strictly because playoff basketball is team basketball, and when you take away Kyrie and KD, who really were missing a lot of shots that they usually make.
That's what I'm saying.
They were missing a lot of shots that they usually make. So watching that now, that's not to take away from the Celtics defense, because they was on it.
Jason Tatum had KD.
They was on it. But they were missing a lot of shots that they usually make. And when you see something like there was a game where KD went 0 for 11 the whole second half. Kyrie had 10 points one game and like 15 in another. And obviously they don't have the team nor even the size.
They didn't have a matchup. That's for sure.
Like Boston. They matchup wise, I was looking at it and they had Patty Mills, Kyrie, and Seth Curry all on the court at the same time. I'm like, how?
Boston ate them up, bro. With that lineup, tore them up.
When everybody you playing against is 6'6" and
they got out rebounded. They got everything, bro. It was tragic to watch.
So bad.
I mean, look. Here's the thing.
I'm happy.
Here's the thing. Last year,
been a bluff.
Last year, if Kyrie don't fall on Giannis' big ass foot, they win that series. Come on now, you know they win that series if Kyrie don't hurt his ankle, all because Giannis got some big ass feet. Because this nigga's the Greek freak, ridiculous. I'm not coming here as a Brooklyn fan. I'm coming here as a nigga who for the past 3 years has said it makes no sense in my mind how Brooklyn won't get to the finals.
All I'm gonna say,
but then, of course, Kyrie only plays the road games this season.
Right. And that's the thing, though, because if Kyrie is playing this whole season, they're not a 7 seed. Let's be clear about that.
No,
they're not a 7 seed. So it's a completely different thing.
But I'll say this. No matter
what, Kyrie something. No matter what.
I would say this, though.
Is Kyrie. His baggage goes with him no matter where he goes.
I want to say,
even if he did it today, it would have been something else.
It was about time that Jason Tatum really stepped up in a major way. We got to remember Tatum, almost as a rookie, took LeBron to 7 games. This nigga, and it's not like he's not young no more.
Tatum is the truth.
Yeah, Tatum is officially one of the best players in the league right now. We got to say that. And then you got, is this Jalen Brown? He's right there next to him. Yes. Because once Tatum hit the bench,
1-2 punch.
Jalen Brown just pulled up. And then let me just say, Marcus Smart is the most annoying basketball player. And I respect it.
More annoying than Patrick Beverly?
No, you're right.
Nobody's more annoying than Patrick Beverly. That nigga was crying from a play-in game. Nobody's more annoyed than him.
Patrick Beverly has never missed the playoffs in his whole career.
Really?
Good for him.
That's ridiculous.
He's been on some good teams.
But he's gotten real lucky. It wasn't because of him.
It wasn't because of him. It was definitely not because of him.
That'd be no.
Did he ever make it to a finals?
I don't think so.
Just the conference finals, right?
Yeah, when they Clippers Phoenix, last year.
Yeah.
He's gotten close. Who do we have? First of all, and then my Sixers, we just gave up 2. We're up 3-2 now. For some reason,
y'all lost 2 in a row?
We lost 2 in a row.
Yeah, I'm surprised about that.
I thought y'all was.
I thought we was gonna sweep them.
I respect y'all this year.
Step it up, Philly.
It's gonna be the Celtics. It's gonna be Celtics 76ers in the Eastern Conference Finals, and I have no idea who's gonna win that.
I don't think so. I think it's gonna be the Bucks and the Celtics.
Well, Chris Middleton's hurt.
Chris Middleton's hurt.
Yeah. So it's a different ball game.
Yeah, that's why they what you call it? That's why they haven't swept the bowls yet.
All right, so who we got in the Eastern Conference right now? Clearly, Brooklyn is out.
Miami, Atlanta.
Yeah,
Philly,
Brooklyn's the
Toronto.
only team that's out.
Yeah.
Miami, Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
Milwaukee, Chicago, Philly, Toronto, and then Boston. Right, Boston's on to the next round.
Mm-hmm.
So out of Miami, I believe Miami's gonna win this series.
They're gonna play Philly. They're gonna lose to Philly. They're gonna lose to Philly. I accept that. I accept that they're gonna lose to Philly.
First of all, don't, because in the bubble, Miami beat Philly.
I know, but the bubble back that was 2 years ago now.
We gotta look at how Philly's playing. Right?
My problem with Philly is James Harden's not stepping up.
James Harden looks terrible.
He looks really bad.
He's out of shape. You know why he left Brooklyn, right? I got an unnamed source had some inside scoop on James Harden and when he was with the Nets. Apparently, when Kyrie was out, he was still able to practice. He come to practice every day and just play one-on-one with James Harden and call him fat. He'd be like, damn, nigga, I ain't been playing in 3 months and you still suck. You fat as fuck. You ain't in shape. You been playing. You ain't in shape. Like, he said that shit every day. James Harden was eventually like, you know what? Fuck this nigga. He ain't even play and quit and then left and went to Philly. That's why he wanted out.
Well, I'm glad you're here, Harden. I don't care. Just step it up. Yeah. Philly and Miami will be an interesting series because Miami can shoot all the way around.
It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good series.
And low key, Bam Adebayo is one of the best big men in the league. He is one of the shortest. I would love to see a Bam Embiid matchup. That will be very interesting. Now,
I think Miami would take it. I think 4-2.
I believe in Miami at all times. But if they don't if they make it, great.
You got to understand.
But if they lose, I'm okay. I've accepted it.
Looking at how Philly's playing right now, right? Because like you said, James Harden is not good right now. Tyrese Maxey has stepped up, but he's playing ISO ball, really.
Can he keep it up?
Tyrese Maxey is not a facilitator. Exactly. Yeah. Can he keep up what he's doing? And I'm going to assume against the Heat, who's a very good defensive team and plays as a team, they going, hey, young boy, you had a great run, but sit down somewhere. And I think that's what's going to end up happening.
In that situation, we would need Tobias Harris to step up as he's supposed to, since we paid him all this money. That's number one.
Ideally.
Now, the problem with this Toronto series is our best defender can't play in Toronto because he don't have a COVID shot. So our best defender, who when he's on the court, it's a different team. Besides having Danny Green out there, he is a defensive weakness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
wait, who ain't got the shot?
His name is Matthias. His last name is Thibault. I forget his first name. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
But this dude, as a defender, is really good. He real tricky. He's like the Marcus Smart for our team, right? And he's just not as much of a pest. And when he's not on the court, it's a difference. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, if we lose this series, Doc Rivers is gone. We lose this series, Doc Rivers is gone for life. I don't think nobody else going to hire that man.
Yeah, if we
lose a 3-0.
Statistically, you can't lose this series. Statistically, you can't.
Statistically. But
I don't know. If y'all lose a series,
Embiid jacked his thumb up, but it's his left hand. Embiid jacked that up. And then he always want to be hitting the ground. Like, nigga, you are 7 feet. Stop falling.
And the thing is, it's funny because to me, it really wouldn't even benefit the Raptors to win this series because they're getting swept in the next round. Yeah. It doesn't really matter who they play. They're getting swept. So it doesn't benefit them to win. And also, like you said, up 3-0, you guys absolutely should not lose. There's no way. I'd pay somebody money if they end up losing this series.
I do think we'll get to the conference finals. I believe that.
I think so, too. Play Celtics.
You think so?
I think so. I don't know who's going to win out of the Celtics, 76ers.
Celtics are number 2, right? I can't
tell you.
They're number 2 seed?
Correct.
Yeah.
We're going to see them. We'll most likely see them before the Eastern Conference Finals then.
If they play the Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals, I don't
Well,
know.
Oh
I'm
no, we won't.
conflicted.
No, we won't. You're right. If the
'Cause-
Heat win, we got the Heat. If Heat win, we
Because
got the Heat.
Celtics would, and because Celtics would end up playing
It's
Bucks,
4-5.
and then
4-5.
yeah.
Yeah.
I-
Celtics gonna play the Bucks.
So you think so? 70. So you have 7. Y'all both have 76ers beating the Heat in the next round.
I have them. If they do, I don't care. But I have a feeling they will. I don't know what it is.
I have a feeling. Here's my only problem, right? I know James Harden gonna go to them strip clubs. There ain't no doubt in my mind he is
All
not
right, yeah,
gonna
I
be
got you. Just convinced me that he
100%
gonna
focused
go all the way.
during these
Heat to the
during
finals.
the playoffs.
Heat to the finals.
But
love
I
the Celtics,
also
but Heat to the
believe
finals.
I
We
can't
get
see
another one.
I can't see Milwaukee, even with Middleton down. I can't see Milwaukee losing to Boston.
That's crazy though, man. Here's the thing.
Nah, Milwaukee about to get exposed.
Boston has been playing, like you said, one of the best runs in history for the second half of the season. They're playing their best basketball that really I've seen them play in a very, very long time. So the problem is that the Bucks, without Chris Middleton, takes away 20 to 25 a game and a very good defender against Jason Tatum or Jalen Brown. It doesn't really matter which one of those he's guard, but it takes that away from them. Now, granted, Giannis, ain't nobody there that can really stop Giannis, but Celtics right now are the best defensive team left, really, currently. And so it's like if anybody can do anything to, or even if they do the same thing that they're doing now in terms of letting Kyrie and KD do what they want, but nobody else is going to do nothing. So then let's say you let Giannis go and score 40 a game. Cool. Drew Holiday then has to put up another 30 because Chris Middleton isn't there. He's not going to do that because Marcus Smart is going to be on him. So with that being said, that means the role players have to, and I believe in the Celtics role players more than I do the Bucks role players right now.
I don't think Giannis. I think the legend of Giannis will grow after this playoffs.
Well, if they win, it certainly will.
Bro, this man put up 50 in the game 6 last year. I just believe he's gonna do whatever's possible, whatever is necessary, and he doesn't get tired. He is in perfect shape. This man is chiseled.
He's a machine.
He is built for this.
He don't stop. You're right.
And you know what? How bad is the injury? How bad is the Middleton injury?
Celtics in 6.
He's not. He's like 4 weeks out. So so if they play, they're not. He's not even going to be there for that series, pretty much. So
he could be back for the conference. He could be back for the finals.
Yeah, he could be back for the finals, pretty much. But
they
have to get there without him. And
Drew Holiday, man. We act like come on. Drew Holiday got the playoffs.
He's a baller.
6. He in 7.
But he's not doing what Chris Middleton does on the
What's your Eastern Conference prediction, Jay?
Oh, Eastern Conference gonna be Celtics Heat.
Okay.
Change. I forgot about James Harden and his love for strip clubs.
What about the?
When you said that, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, no.
What about the Western Conference? We got New Orleans might beat Phoenix, bro. If Devin Booker don't come back, New Orleans might take that series, yo.
If the Suns lose, the Warriors going all the way. They're gonna have their redemption this season.
That's fair.
If they have they're gonna have their redemption this season.
We gotta watch out for Dallas if they get past Utah.
Maybe. I don't see
them
beating.
But you're I feel you on that, Jay. I feel you on that.
I don't see anyone beating the Warriors. I don't see anyone. They got even Memphis or the Timberwolves. Cat soft and Ja ain't ready yet.
But is that who they playing?
No.
Huh?
That's
Memphis playing Minnesota, and that's been a fun series to watch.
It's
been a good series,
but that might be a sweep next round.
And Ja's not ready for that yet.
You don't think Ja ready for that?
Next season
for the Warriors?
Ja's the future. Next season though, he gonna get this loss. He gonna get this loss in this playoffs because he gonna go to the next round. He gonna get that loss, and he's gonna be like never again.
Can any team out of the East beat Golden State in the finals?
Yeah.
The Heat or the Celtics?
I think right now the Celtics can. I think that right now, I think the Heat, I think the Warriors match up better with the Heat just size-wise, but the Celtics are also a decent amount larger overall than Golden State is. now, and they're a better defensive team. That they defense wins championships. So as long as they can score with you, you know what I'm saying? When it comes down to it, they're going to make a defensive stop. I believe in them more to make a defensive stop than Golden State to make a defensive stop when the game's on the line right now, the way that they're both looking.
I'm going to tell y'all this right now. I despise Boston. I despise Boston be pissing me off, with all my heart. I despise the New England Patriots. The people in that area are just, shout out to everybody I know in New England. But as Sports City, I truly despise them. I'm going to say this right here, right now on the podcast. This is how confident I know somebody going to beat these niggas.
Wow.
If Boston wins the finals, Tyler, not saying my last name on here, will purchase a Larry Bird Boston Celtics jersey.
Wow.
I will wear a white man on my back.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
If the Boston Celtics win.
Just get a Jason Tatum jersey, bro. You don't have to do that to yourself.
I only wear legends. If the Boston Celtics win, I will wear a Larry Bird
Bill
jersey.
Russell.
Bro, the story, bro. CJ, you been watching Winning Time? When it's a show about the Lakers dynasty back in the 80s, 80s, 90s,
70s.
There's a story. Bill Russell won 10 NBA championships for Boston.
11. And
these niggas in Boston still had the nerve to take a shit on his bed.
Yeah, they did do that.
What?
White people back then was wild in Boston.
What?
It's crazy.
The white racism back
great
then
show.
was crazy in Boston.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
absolutely
they made
ridiculous.
Boston look so bad, bro.
Now, okay, I'll either get a Bill Russell or Larry Bird jersey.
I'd say
one
Bill
of the
Russell,
two.
Because you don't want the shame of wearing a white man on your back, bro.
This is okay.
I know you mentally can't handle that.
I'll get a Bill Russell jersey if Boston wins the finals. That's how confident I am that they will not go all the way.
Bro.
They're not going all the way.
I'll find you a good stitched one. You have to spend some money.
I'll get Mitchell in this. I know where to go for my jerseys, man. Where else you gonna go for a top-notch jersey?
I don't know. I thought you were gonna be
Fanatics?
cheap and go Fanatics. Some cheap ass jerseys.
Oh man. All right, man. That's all we got for y'all today, man. And CJ, where can they find you? Where can we find the music? Go ahead and let the people know.
Twitter, Instagram, TikTok now, because we're getting active with the marketing. You can find me, TikTok Undecided Deal, Instagram Mr. Cleon _deal, Twitter President Roosevelt with 2 zeros instead of O's. Also follow the Undecided pages. All right, Undecided _ENT. Should be the same thing on all 3 platforms. If it's not, hit me up on the other joint. I'll tell you where to find it. It's all in the link tree anyway. Hit the link. We'll get you to where you need to go.
And listen to the purple tapes.
Listen to the purple tape. Listen to the and we got more coming. More coming. We're planning on two more projects this year. One more of a like a summer tape, a fun joint for the parties, and then another the red tape where we there to rap. So that's what the plan is. So we coming.
I respect it. Put that purple tape on repeat. CJ, it's always
on TikTok.
It's always a pleasure having you on.
Always a pleasure to be here.
As I said last week, man, I just want to see all my niggas winning. So it's good to see my niggas like really doing stuff, putting themselves out there like that. So look, anytime you want to come on and promote, we here. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you guys.
You always got a platform over here on the No Clearance podcast.
Yeah, you a top tier alum now. You've been on here more than 3 times.
Top tier alum.
Hey, look, and I got a bar for y'all too. Whenever we drop this song, it's already written. Whenever we drop that joint, I got a bar for y'all for No Clearance. Stay tuned. It's gonna be there.
That's what I'm talking
when
about.
When it comes out, just
I'm gonna let y'all hear it first. I'm gonna send it to y'all first.
Give us a snippet, and we want to do something with it.
Yeah. We
might put that in our intro.
Yeah. I got you.
Hey, and we'll when the new merch come out, man, just let us know what you want, man. We'll shoot that to you.
Yeah, we'll send you something.
Yeah, for sure. Right, we got dad caps, we got shirts coming out. You know what I'm saying? Just let us know, man.
Too, but
yeah,
that. Yes, sir.
So, for all those listening, thank you. Make sure you subscribe on the YouTube. Make sure you subscribe on Spotify. Give us a 5-star rating. Leave a review. All of that good stuff, man. That's about it, man. Stay blessed. Stay black. It's the No Clearance Podcast. Peace.
Yes, sir.